720 on WTIC. All right. Alden Davis is here, myvaluetree.com. I assume that you have been to the website and downloaded today's lesson materials. And so, okay. Now, the attachment zone. Now, all right, what are we talking about here?
Well, the attachment zone. We're talking about a thriving in uncertain times with Star Power. Star Power, 5 points designed to get you into action, mastering the skills to give you the competitive edge so necessary in today's economy. Today's discussion, Ray, is a continuation of 2 weeks ago when we worked on our abilities to create effective relationships with others. That discussion on conflict resonated with people, and I believe people are tired of wasting their precious life energy on conflict and drama.
Okay.
Now, if you recall, last time we introduced the concept of attachments. Those are the characteristics that grab me and take me down. They attach themselves to me.
So it's not a good thing.
Well, the words themselves are fine, but when it becomes personal,
okay,
that's when it's a problem. Now, these were words like competence, respect, worth, integrity. Now, I have 4 of these: acceptance, approval, competence, and respect. And if you ping me on any one of those, unless I'm aware, I become ineffective.
So let's say I feel that I'm really confident, and you whack me on that. It's my attachment. I'm going to react in
that's exactly it. And here is the great gift we've been given. Your body lets you know when an attachment has been pinged. How great is this? Armed with this single piece of knowledge, you can change your whole approach to conflict. Now, when I talk about conflict, right, I mean, it's those situations you find yourself in where people are using power to solve their problems. They're playing to win. So what does our body say? How do we listen to it? Well, after having had this discussion with hundreds of people, a list of physical reactions has been developed, and you can see these in today's support material found at myvaluetree.com, Star Power Resources, dealing with conflict. Now look at these. Look at this list, right?
Hang on.
Don't these sound like fun?
What?
We got pulse quickening, hot earlobes, sweaty hands. Somebody out there today, their forehead goes splotchy or they stutter. I had somebody say their eyes suck in, ears blister. You get nose flare, butterflies in the stomach, vein protrusion.
What's the clenching 3 fingers?
Oh, this person found that they'd pull 3 fingers in like a little fist.
Okay.
It wasn't
like
a whole
hook 'em horns.
fist,
Yeah.
but it was 3 that they always did. Now, these are not fun
But
feelings.
you can feel it. It's a physiological.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
For me, and you'd never know when you pinged me, but if you're a real careful observer of me, on the inside of my wrist where my pulse is, you'll see it go pa-boom. One little bump right here. Now, if I'm in a situation and I feel this little place go pa-boom, that's my wake-up call. It says, Alden, you have been pinged. You are the other person is moving into control of the situation now because you're not thinking. Just the way you did that story this morning about the women on the test.
Right, the jealousy thing.
The jealousy thing, and they won't see. And when you've been pinged, you basically move into that same state. You are not seeing clearly now, and it just means the situation became personal all of a sudden. So the point here is, when you get in touch with this attachment, think of a situation where your body has told you. You know, I remember one of my old manufacturing supervisors, his face would go red like a thermometer. When he got pinged, boy, you'd watch that go right up, and then the explosion would happen. So in this brief moment, our body's talking to us, and we're being given a choice, a chance to be conscious about our approach. So in summary, Ray, use your body signal to become conscious. Know that an attachment has been hit. Choose not to get sucked into the drama. Take a breath. Literally, take a breath. Validate the other person's feeling.
Now, what's that? Just elaborate on that a bit.
About taking a breath?
No, about validating the other person's feeling. What's that about?
Well, this would be saying, well, gosh, Ray, it seems like I offended you. Because people will lash out, right? If I did something that offended you and now you come back and start to take a jab at me.
Yeah.
If I just stop for a minute and say, okay, sounds to me like I got a great story about this.
Go ahead,
So a few years ago, I was working with a group. Now, this happens with groups, too. There were about 200 people. They were very angry. These were engineering managers. And I was supposed to lead a problem-solving discussion with them. And I went in, And now remember, I have an attachment to acceptance and approval and competence.
Right.
So I put up a slide that talked about engineering development cycle, and I kid you not, there's a guy in the back of the room, and he goes, "That slide's wrong. I don't know why you guys keep showing it." Well, all of a sudden, I felt the inside of my wrist go pa-boom.
Ping.
Because the guy basically said in my head,
Yeah.
"Alden, you're incompetent." Now, he really didn't say, "Alden, you're incompetent." He's just angry. But what I heard.
Right, right.
Okay, so I take a breath, and I kind of dodge around it. And then I make another statement, and a guy on this side of the room, Ray, stands up and he goes, "You're just as arrogant as the rest of management." And the room literally went, "Yay!" Now, I felt my wrists go pa-boom again. Now, it's me on a stage in front of 200 people. Now, at that moment, Ray, I said in my head, I can take y'all on. Y'all want to argue about what's going on here? You all want to go for it? Let's go for it. Now, that's what was in my head.
Okay.
Now, if I had done that, though, who would have been in control of the meeting?
They would.
Absolutely. So, having just learned this,
Yeah.
I took a breath and I said, "I'm really sorry I sound arrogant. But I got to tell you, there's a problem here. And it sounds to me like you all feel dismissed."
Right.
And it's like, yeah, we feel dismissed. And all of a sudden, once they knew, I knew, everything settled down and we were able to get to work. It's unbelievable. The situation at hand is not about me.
Right.
It's about me trying to solve problems here, but not necessarily win. And when I get pinged, I move into an ineffective zone. It means you've drawn a line in the sand. If you want to go for it, at least let me do it from a state of rational thinking,
Right.
as opposed to just getting sucked
Okay.
in.
Well, thanks for that. I'm not clear about that. Okay.
So to continue an exploration of these topics, we can go out to myvaluetree.com. It really is a worthy investment of time and energy. So
Absolutely.
if you can identify how your body tells you that's your wake-up call, you've been pinged, take a breath, step back, and then move into effective problem solving.
You got it.
Remember, these are our days, Ray. Let's decide not to get sucked into the conflict drama and let your star shine brightly. I'm Alden Davis.
Thank you very much.